Jeff Hamiel has never wished for a different career, despite the number of challenges he encountered during his tenure at the Metropolitan Airports Commission. As the former executive director and CEO, Jeff oversaw the operations of the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, as well as those of 6 reliever airports in the Twin Cities metro area for 31 years. He steered MSP through the tumult of airline deregulation, mergers and bankruptcy, the 9/11 terrorist attack, and MSP's $3.2 billion expansion in 2010.
And that expansion virtually changed the dynamic of the airport. But all of these events have occurred every 4, 5, 6, 7 years through the entire 40. And as a result, it's been just a challenging, interesting, dynamic industry.
Over the course of 7 years, Jeff worked his way from noise abatement and environmental affairs manager to the Commission's executive director and CEO. He retired last spring, nearly 40 years after joining MAC.
When I came to the MAC, my plan was to be here about 1.5 years, 2 years, and when the airlines started hiring again, I would then transfer over and probably fly for the airlines. But something happened that I never anticipated, and that was when I started working at the airport, I found an environment and a group of people that I really enjoyed. It was extremely satisfying. I liked the energy of the airport. What's most surprising is I never left the MAC. Most airport directors stay about 8 years and then they move on because controversies, events take place, people want to move on. But I'm one of the unusual people, the only person I know of that's been able to spend my entire career in my hometown airport, and that's just unheard of in this industry. But as the years passed, I had this sense of feeling of when I do leave, and I drive out the front roadway, I can look in the rearview mirror and say, you know something, during my time here, we made a difference. And that was what became important. Doing good things that I thought were important to the community to put us in an economically competitive position, providing balanced air service as best we could around the country, around North America, and around the world. So that became the passion.
Under Jeff's leadership, MSP has become North America's 16th busiest airport in passenger traffic and has been recognized around the world as being one of the nation's best-run airports. The number of people who fly through MSP every year went from 8.5 million in 1977, when Jeff joined the commission, to 37 million in 2015. The 2030 estimate is 55 million. So Jeff has helped plan for future growth.
You've got to forecast accurately and then build facilities to meet the demand. So for my entire career, it's been looking at the trends, looking at the economic issues, deciding when to move forward on building additional gates, parking accommodation, and facilities to handle the demand for traffic.
To keep up with that demand, MAC has grown from 285 employees when Jeff arrived to 600 at his retirement. From plumbers to snowplow drivers, he makes sure that everyone knows that their contribution is valued.
When I talk to the employee groups over all of the years, what I've always said is that all of your contribution to this organization is every bit as important or more important than my contribution as the executive director and CEO.
Jeff attributes his 7 years of active Air Force service as one of the contributing factors to his management philosophy, as well as his success at MAC.
It's remarkable to have that kind of responsibility. But what you do learn is leadership, holding people accountable, following timelines, and getting the job done. And as a result, I think that was important training. And just the whole awareness of aviation. I understood what it was like to fly airline size category airplanes, so I knew their performance envelope. I knew how steep turns they can make, what you do with passengers on board, and what's practical in an airport environment in the civilian community. So the military was a great platform for me to move from that career to join the Metropolitan Airports Commission.
While his MAC career didn't quite align with his childhood desire to become a professional pilot, he's okay with that because MAC fit him well. So well, he turned down a later offer to become an airline pilot.
I look at life as being a series of doors and choices. And when the choice presents itself, which door do you want to walk through? And I happened to walk through a door into the Metropolitan Airports Commission that just fit me very, very well.